Boom. We are live, folks. That's right. We are live. We're back at it again. We are ready to go. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network, and it is our birthday. We are 1 year old. Well, kind of, sort of, but we'll get into that later.
We're the ones.
365 days in the books. I think he froze on We the Ones. But, folks, we got AEW Dynamite coming your way tonight. The alternative commentary to all your favorite wrestling is here. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to celebrate a little. We're going to talk a little. We're going to get into it all. It's going to be a good night. I'm going to talk about my issues with the card. But other than that, we're going to have fun. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live. We are live and back at it again as we always are. Folks, the channel that does it just on a different level, that doesn't stop, doesn't quit, and keeps going, is here to mark 1 year in the books to celebrate a phenomenal year on this channel. It's been outstanding, a lot of fun, and a lot of things to get into. Right now, we have Orange Cassidy in the ring. We are kicking this off, aren't we, Nick?
Yes, we've got OC defending the All-Atlantic Championship versus Big Bill. And if OC wins, or no, that's the hook match. Sorry.
We'll get into it. But folks, like I said, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. This is AEW Dynamite tonight. And I am Mr. KJ White, Mr. Every Night, the Iron Man of YouTube. And I'm joined by my buddy over there.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrasslin for Life proudly brings to you its YouTube Tag Team Champions of the World, the Every Night Delight, KJ White, and I am Himmy Neutron, Himmy Cricket, Himmy Turner, Him Possible. I am Big Nick. How the hell you doing? And it's 1 year. Fuck, it's 1 year.
One goddamn year. And I mean, it's been a hell of a year.
Like 10.
Well, it feels like 10 because, as we'll talk about later, we did 592 live streams in 365 days.
Nobody does it like we do. Alternative commentary for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling and beyond. We're even covering now the XFL and all of that. We've added Ring of Honor and Impact to the schedule. And we're the YouTube channel that even the wrestlers tune into.
Right? But it's an absolute blessing that you and I get along because we spend so much fucking time here.
You're my husband. I have a wife and you're now my husband. Awkward. Pause.
Awkward. I didn't realize we moved to Utah, but hey, that's a different story. Anyway, back to the stuff at hand, folks. We are here for AEW Dynamite. Listen, I want to be excited about Dynamite. It's a go-home show for Revolution. Of course, we will be here live for Revolution, but I'm looking at this card, and what in the name of AEW Dark has been booked here tonight?
Well, it's the pre-show. It's the honey mustard, gotta be gold, KFC, Gastrol, GTX, lugs pre-show for AEW Revolution, because that's even why we've got the Face of the Revolution ladder match tonight, which normally would be on 0 hour or whatever they call it for their pre-show.
Yeah, so essentially that's what I see what you're saying. Absolutely. I mean, some people out there are going to be excited. Damien's looking forward to the ladder match. I'm looking forward to it just because I'm always down for a good ladder match, a good bit of carnage. Let's see what's going to happen. I know you and I have differing opinions on
but yours does make sense. Yours does make sense. I will say that.
Listen, my opinion is strictly based on cynicism. If it happens, good on them. About fucking time that they figured it out. I just don't have the faith anymore. I mean, we were still debating this Omos thing. Like, my faith in booking is starting to get just upset.
Waning.
If it hasn't already been.
Right, but funny that you already are mentioning Damien and everything. I think he's an OG, been here pretty much since day one and everything.
Yeah, buddy.
But we are 100% a channel for fans, by fans. Christ, half of us started out that way and everything. I pointed in the head.
Dude, the fact that
we would not be where we are if it wasn't for everybody that's tuning in, whether you've been here for the long haul or whether you've been here for a hot minute. If you drop a like, if you've hit the notification button, if you're subscribed, which you should by now. But Absolutely. Shout out C Money. I think he mentions how it's his birthday today as well. So happy birthday. Young, you're back. JV. Even though we've had our ups and downs there, JV. Happy birthday, y'all. Larry, Boss, Rocco, Good Paisan, and Victor. Again, the OG. Be a victor, folks.
Be a victor. Get some t-shirts.
Smile mark. Tomo arigato. Even Jason, happy anniversary. Yeah, well, isn't it technically Thursday, but we started with the Dynamite, so we're calling it on a Dynamite.
Well, yeah, I mean, essentially, that is the caveat to all that is.
We're the Vince McMahon booking of, however it's the anniversary.
I'll celebrate when I want to, bro.
Right.
It's my party and I'll cry if I wanna.
But so who do you have? And give us your predictions, folks, in the chat if you haven't done so already. I think there's been a few. But we've got OC versus Big Bill, and OC better win.
Better win. That's interesting because I mean, there's people out there who are like, OC should never win. We
got him on our fantasy faction.
We got him on the fantasy faction team for one fucking reason. He's gonna win. Tony Khan loves.
He's the Roman Reigns of Rampage.
He's the Roman Reigns of Rampage on Dynamite.
Right. Well, and I mean, respect to W. Morrissey, respect to Cass XL, respect to Big Cass, but does Big Bill sound like a champion to you?
No, and I don't know why they didn't just call him like Big Bill Morrissey or just leave it as W. Morrissey, which I didn't love either. But
let's call him fucking Morrissey.
Or call him Morrissey. Maybe that might be copyrighted. I don't know.
I don't know. But the stagehand that looks like she hopped the fucking barricade there is going to help with a table. Oh, nope. So we've got a table set up at ringside. Shouldn't this be a disqualification? Larry, happy birthday. Jason, happy birthday. Juice saying happy anniversary. Victor saying OC retains. Felix, what? She wins. Felix, I don't know what we're talking about here. You're talking about, Riho. Riho's on tonight? Oh,
yeah, again, another dark match booking. Was it Tony Storm versus Rio? Why?
Well, and she beat Tony Storm. Okay, well, it's like how when we were here last night for NXT as OC chokeslam through the table. But when we were here last night for NXT, your girl Elektra Lopez came out with Valentina something or other, and it was an NXT level up story that they didn't introduce at all, didn't explain or anything, and it's just like, well, you watch enough of our product, right? You know what's going on, and it made no goddamn sense in the match.
No, you got to tie it together. I think one of the things, and I mean, I know it's copyrighted, so I'll give him a plug as I steal. You can go get one of his t-shirts that say lazy booking, and that's what I have one of his t-shirts. Right?
Which, by the way, goddamn it, you should get one of our t-shirts because we've got a merch store. We've got a Discord, so you can talk about anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling, even when we're not live.
Right.
I have picture-in-picture. Sorry, I've completely cut you off there.
Don't even know where I was going with it, sir.
Alrighty. But yes, Young, we did say hi to you as well. Hi to everybody. Like I said, whether you've been here for a hot minute or you've been here, you just tuning in just now, thank you 100% of the machine would not fully run without you if we'd just be sitting here talking to the wall.
But yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, folks, we are into the action. If you haven't got your prediction in yet, do so before the match ends. That's generally how a prediction would work. Beyond that, we are going to take you all the way through the action. Do not forget our interview with Grim Reaper is live and up now. Our interview with Cole Radrick is also up, and all of our other content. Our 611 videos that we put out this year are available in our library down below. So check that out. And like I said, stay till the end. We want your rating out of 10 on the show tonight. We need to know how you're feeling.
And it's a goddamn 1-year celebration, so you never know what's going to happen. We have plenty of crazy streams as it is, so you never know what type of shenanigans we might get up into.
True.
Right. It's a goddamn party. Might as well stay and enjoy it. I am in picture-in-picture right now, though, sir. I don't know if you are.
I'm having issues on my end.
Fair enough. Well, I'll touch on this. Well, Victor, again, thank you very much for the super chat as well. And again, folks, we do even have the super chat, the super stickers, as I've got Danhausen coming out right now. Danhausen versus why am I blanking on his goddamn name? Bivens.
Bivens!
Stokely Hathaway. I know that's what he's called in AEW, but instantly I was thinking of Bivens. But how that feud's almost been booked better than a lot of the feuds that are going into Revolution. But we do have the super chat, the super stickers. If you want to make sure you get your comment across, if you want to just help support the channel and everything, because we've been doing this for a whole damn year, and there's nothing but big things popping, little things stopping going on. But that was a long-winded way to get your question, Victor. Am I the only one that wants FTR to be in the Casino Tag Team Battle Royal tonight?
Yes.
Oh, you don't want them?
No.
Yeah, well, I see your point now, because that means that they're stuck in AEW.
Yeah, no. I could really give two fucks about it. And then like the weird little things, like, and I know it got addressed online and Dax took the high road, but I mean, to not even have the balls to acknowledge the tag team while we're doing all these bullshit Meltzer awards that are completely ridiculous and nonsensical, for them to be kind of, for AEW to kind of fail to acknowledge one of the best teams they've had, even if they're not sticking around to AEW, you know what? You can commend them for what they've done. You can be mature enough and you can be professional enough to tilt their hat. Just because you didn't book them like the best tag team in the world doesn't mean they weren't. So you should acknowledge them. And I would like to see them wander back into WWE. I think that's the best hope to see really good FTR. Imagine we get an FTR DIY, reunite.
Maybe. Well, yeah, see them have a tag team match again. 100%. I will agree with you a bit on that. I feel like there's a way that I could take that into another person who's in there in that EVP category with AEW who has voiced some, maybe he might be looking elsewhere. And elsewhere might be interested, but we can get on that when we get to the next commercial. I've still got action going if you want to adjust your stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I don't know, maybe the fans can help, because on my end you are like super glitchy, so it's like that's why I'm kind of sitting here like staring at you funny.
Gotcha.
But I'm gonna try and fix something on my end. I'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. I gotta blow out the candle.
Yeah, pause on that. But right now I have Big Bill taking it to OC, and I've got still Danhausen going at it with Bivens. Victor the OG, shout out. Yeah, absolutely. Juice, what up? Okay, OC is way too corny for me. I'm not fully surprised. Vic, what up? No. Victor's been here for a hot minute, and Big Bill looking like he's about to choke slam Danhausen. Oh, as he gets Bivens knocks him with the cast. What up? $50 to any that smacks Dave Meltzer in person. Oh, lordy. We do not advocate that, but I mean, you might be halfway justified. Where was it? And I see money. I did see you earlier and everything like that. 100%. I appreciate you saying happy birthday to us and all that, but happy birthday to you as well, sir. I would love to see Big Bill get a W. I'm going to pick orange. Yeah, and that's the thing is, if he was corny, no carny, fair enough. If Big Bill was something more like, if I said, if he was W. Morrissey or anything like that, I 100% would be fine. He'd be more up there if I could see him being main event. If you put him as MJF, Stephen Heavy, what have you, if he's his big security guard, all of that, maybe he then turns and he gets the Wardlow type treatment. But when he's Big Bill and he's booked as Big Bill, it seems like he might be, left for being in a jobber role a little bit like Test was towards the back end there. But we've got a Superman punch from OC. Unbroken, thank you. Juice and Cornette. Oh, okay. Fair enough, Juice. I'll do it for free. There you go. Oh, and Cornette would do it for free. Yeah, too. That's fair enough. Superman punch from OC. on a big bill for the 3 count right there. So OC retains. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Vitamins, folks. But OC retains as the All-Atlantic Championship to kick off our anniversary stream, our birthday stream, our 1 year in the books of our thank you to everybody that's tuned in, that's been here, from the beginning till now, and it's on the still nothing but big things popping, little things stopping. But OC picks up the win. No, he's got the vitamins. He's very much like Austin KJ at times has got the vitamins and all that, because Larry's out here in celebration of the stream anniversary. I will eat 8 red velvet cupcakes. Well, fair enough then. Rest in peace, Big Cass. You are now relegated to purgatory. Now you're relegated to dark and Rampage, which I guess is halfway equivalent to purgatory. But now we're getting a video package of Moxley after. I don't know if this is after last week or after the man got out of the shower or something, because he's already gushing blood and all of that. Victory, it tastes like life. John Moxley would be great in a ECW style promotion of that. I'm amazed if GCW could get the backing that AEW would have you does. I feel like he would be 100% phenomenal, undoubtedly top of that guy. Like if he's a wrestler out of the wrong era. I feel like if he was in Paul Heyman's ECW, he'd be up there with Tommy Dreamer, Raven, Sandman, all of that. But this is just a little much. The man's already gushing again. It might be after the match and all that, but he's in the stairwell randomly cutting a promo against Hangman, because we're going to get him versus Hangman in a Texas death match, Texas street fight, in a Texas death match at Revolution, which we'll be here for live on Sunday. But it's not a national TV audience, a publicly traded company, a huge thing like Turner Discovery. I don't know. God damn. This is intense as shit, though. I will give them that. The Cornette in me wants to hate this and find the flaws, but at the same time, they're even cutting down and panning down and showing the blood that's spattering on the staircase. And this man, I don't know if he can see out of his left eye with how much he's gushing. As much as this man's got a paper mache forehead, if I saw this in a fucking stairwell, I'd be scared and running the other way. But let me know what you think, folks, of this whole video package with Hangman with Moxley, as he's got he does have his left eye completely shut. If it's a little too much blood, guts, and gore for what you'd expect on Turner, on TBS, all of that, if it's maybe, too much, too often, that it loses its same feel, or if it calls back to that, like I said, man's just doing things behind the scenes. But if it cuts back to that 90s era, like ECW, with that Mick Foley kind of Cactus Jack type cutting a promo. But we're advertising too as well. We're getting the trios match. And of course, we get the Young Bucks, the Elite coming out right now. But we're getting the Elite versus the House of Black on Sunday for the trios title. Who makes it their appearance first on AEW? Insane Clown Posse or John Moxley's spleen? Oh, Lordy. Oh! And Carry On My Wayward Son has been cut off to just pitch black as the House of Black shows up right behind them. Yes. How has the House of Black somehow managed to do... I almost don't even want to say that they've done Judgment Day better than Judgment Day, because Judgment Day's managed to find their niche, but he's managed to do Bray Wyatt better than... They managed to do Bray Wyatt better than Bray Wyatt. But so we cut back after it goes pitch black again, and the House of Black is standing there after they beat down the Elite holding the trios titles. Don't you cry no more. Young Bucks and Kenny will be in WWE soon. I don't know about the Bucks. I think that might just be more of it's a negotiation tactic, much like when they initially signed or when they had their renewal the first time of, well, WWE might want us, so why don't you maybe up the ante a little bit there, Tony? You don't want to lose us, right? You don't want to lose your buddies. Kenny, I think, very much could get to the point of I heard the quote. I haven't watched the full interview yet to see if it's a confirmed quote or if it's more people just reading into stuff, but it seems like feels like he's wasting his time in AEW. So I mean, the dream matches that we could get in WWE with Kenny would be phenomenal, but it's going to be interesting to see if he relinquishes the whole being able to do whatever, whenever, however he wants, like he gets in AEW. But speaking of guys who I honestly think could and maybe should go back to WWE, we've got Samoan Joseph, the tribal chief of the TV titles right now, coming out as he's the Ring of Honor World TV title and a TNT champion as well. How it means that I don't know what we're going on about. Damian, my early prediction, the House of Black become trios champions at Revolution. What's the trios titles worth if they're just going to lose it? Well, I mean, they were built pretty much, I feel, for the Young Bucks. So to me, that makes sense that they're going to be involved and they're going to bounce around a little bit. It's like, think about it. They were in charge of the tag division, and we saw that initially get built, and then it kind of went sideways, and they just proceeded to bury FTR. Hi, sir.
Hello. So,
hi, you sound like you're fucking talking from a helicopter there.
Oh, of course I do.
No, now you're good. Now you're good. Initially, you sounded like a fucking.
Hello. Get to the chopper.
Yeah,
I got dropped off by the chopper. That's the thing.
Yeah, do it. Get to the chopper. Yeah, do it. You good?
Yeah, buddy. But yeah, no, we're ready to go right now. Now, who won the OC Big Bill match? OC. Yeah, how did it end?
Superman punch for a 1, 2, 3.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So OC continues to be on a roll. By the way, how did Cheap Pop get 700 points? What is that about?
Insider trading. But I guess I will take a little pause for the cause here then, sir.
Absolutely, big guys. So with all that being said, folks, we are rolling through the show here tonight. Don't forget, we want a prediction for every match, and we want to know how you're feeling tonight. What is on your wrestling mind? I want to know, am I crazy? Is this card looking meh? Like, is this, like, when you looked at this on paper, if you look at this on paper, like, realistically, were you thrilled to see the lineup of matches we're getting? Like, yeah, like I said, ladder match is going to be entertaining. It won't be terrible. We might get a couple other things that, I don't know, OC and Big Bill, that's Rampage at best. Riho's back. I don't really care. Anyone else? Am I like, do we got Riho fans out there? Maybe. Right now, I believe we are in commercial, or at least I'm in commercial. And with that being said, folks, I'm going to take a moment just to remind everybody we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are celebrating 1 year, 365 days as a live channel. This channel came to be on a turn of a dime. Myself, LJ, and Will, we got locked out of the place we used to hang out, and the next day we were up and running, and we never looked back. I know we got some stuff going on, but in honor of the occasion, I wanted to share a little look back at year one for the Wrasslin for Life Network. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Wednesday night, and this might feel like a little bit of a different Wednesday night, but the fam is all here.
Oh, we got a nice, Oh, come on.
Watch party. We're also ready for Raw with 2 W's.
Oh, we got Nick in the chat. LJ, the queen of wrestling for life. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna choose Grayson Waller for this.
You didn't even let me finish the goddamn match.
Oh, I give a hell. Whoever else is in there.
Well, the only other person is Nathan Frazier in a ladder match for the NXT North American Championship.
Von Wagner's too big to even climb up that shit. So we can cut the shit with him. Wesley is a fucking nobody. Cut the shit with him. Nathan Frazier has too much oxygen. He's probably going to get screwed from Razor Wing. So cut the shit.
Choom, choom. That's what's happening.
AEW. What the hell does that? What? Wait, what? Oh, brother. I was like, I'm so close up.
Ross backstage. Accusations. I love that we did that.
On live stream.
What?
Follow along, live react, whatever you want to friggin' call them.
What?
We are the ones that are on the grind. We cover more wrestling than anybody else out there, and we do it with a smile on our face. But that all being said, who are we? Well, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, the man that just will not go home. And I am joined by my buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life proudly brings to you its YouTube Tag Team Champions of the World, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, we're still trapped overseas in Canada here.
Pretty good Raw. I liked it.
You said that's pretty good Raw. That's crazy.
Now I'm to the point do I go slightly lower than you, or do I stay on par with you? Because very much a 7.5 is where I'm at. If I don't go, pause, fuck off. I ain't going no 8.5 with this. It started off really well.
Right here has become the official cut the shit moment for me up today.
We are your alternative
Why?
wrestling coverage.
Why?
We'll do updates. We got news coming. We got websites coming. We got merch coming. We got so much shit coming your way. We can't wait for 2023. We will be live on Monday. We are not stopping, folks. Thank you. We warned everybody from the basement to the penthouse and beyond. We're beyond, and we are not stopping. We are grateful. We are humble. And Big Nick, watch.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you better put that for life with it. Now, give me my theme music.
We will see you on the flip side, folks. Boom. Thank you, folks. Thank you for watching that little. I know it's cutting into our wrestling, but we are still live, and I felt compelled to share that all with everyone there. Like I said, it's been an insane year. It's been a crazy year. 365 days in the books. And we're still covering Wrestling Live. We're going to be here all week long, right until Revolution. So don't miss out. Don't miss a thing. It's going to be a wild ride. Now, let me catch up with this chat and see what's going on in the world. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Maggie? Welcome back. Hope the Elite doesn't beat House of Black. That's my biggest fear with this rivalry, or this potential rivalry, is that House of Black are going to lose, and I'm going to be very depressed about it. I really, really don't want that to be the case. I don't know, though. Like, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I just find it hard to believe that they're going to lose after a big, long 7-match series. To lose it this quick seems crazy. Seems like it doesn't make sense. Even from their standpoint, I don't know if I like how that sounds. There you go. There's some suggestions. Week build to Revolution. Yeah, it's been a very interesting build. Now, we have a lot of times, Will, and by the way, you saw this man here. He was in the opening part of that video because he was a part of the reason why we got this channel off the ground. So go check Willie out. Pause. Yeah, the Revolution build, again, it's very spotty, right? Like, not a lot of strong storylines where you're like, oh, I can't wait. Even MJF and Bryan got watered down. It got, it ended up all over the place. You weren't, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Anyone out there is like, man, we really got to see this. We got to know what's going to happen. I don't know. Like, I'm looking forward to the match. I'm not necessarily looking forward to the story that comes from it or into it. A Shelly Lifesaver. Let me catch up on some of these. What else did I miss? I'm definitely having some issues. What did Clay say? What's up? Oh, Nick. Dun, dun, dun. Enzo was here tonight. I wish Enzo would be. Well, I don't know. We saw Enzo versus Juventud Guerrero a couple weeks ago on pay-per-view. It's a tough one. 1 year. Thank you, Will. I'm broken. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Eddie Kingston is still employed. Keyshawn, yes, he is. Miraculously, he is still employed. Not quite sure how. And realistically, I'm not quite sure why. And before everyone yells at me, I don't mean why, like, why would you hire Eddie Kingston? Why is he still there with that company being used the way he's being used? Now, my buddy Nick, who should be back here any minute now, he had, held on the idea that maybe now is the time. Eddie surprises everybody. Eddie gets the win tonight, and it's a bit of a push for him. I think that's crazy talk. I think that's unlikely. I don't see it being the way this goes. Unfortunately, I could be wrong. We'll see. I would love to be wrong. Eddie Kingston was in this ladder match. There you go. There you go. It looks like a hemorrhoids pillow. Now, I got Hobbs and AR Fox right now. Yeah, fuck's sake. We go home show to Revolution. Now, I mean, go home shows aren't quite what they were for a while. I mean, a lot of people talk about go home shows, but it seems like the trend now is, for the most part, and it makes sense to a degree, that you have the people involved in the show are kind of held back, right? So we get a lot of other stuff mixed in, and that makes sense to me. You don't want to blow up anything, but you still, I think part of the go home show lacking is not having good angles coming into it, right? So if you're not really telling a good story or putting in an exclamation point heading into Revolution on something that you're super into, that's a tough spot, right? I mean, it's really hard to get behind that. But right now, folks, if you have not given us a prediction on the Golden Donut Revolution match, please do so. Let us know. I think it's going to be I narrowed it down to action, jobber. Victor Nash is in the house, by the way. Or I don't know. I don't think Hobbs is going to do it. And I mean, it's weird. We had all that build up for Hobbs and like those vignettes, and there's Hobbs walking the streets, and there's Hobbs, telling his story. You think his return would be more of an impact than just dropping him in this ladder match, or at least make him like a surprise entrant in this, ladder match. What is your best and worst tattoo? Everyone has one. My best, I think, it's a toss-up. I don't really have a best. It's all one big piece of art. They're all connected at this point. Worst, might be the knot I have on my left ankle. But
What?
Welcome back. How are you?
All right. And I need y'all to put some respect on Eddie Kingston's name first and foremost.
It's not about Eddie. It's not about Eddie.
Yeah.
I got nothing with Eddie.
Arms! Smashing AR Fox onto the ladder bridge. Who's gonna get the Sonic ring? Who's gonna defeat Dr. Robotnik?
I think that's why it's action jobber, right?
I hate that you keep calling him action jobber.
That's
but
weird.
I mean, he got put over
by
Jericho, and then has proceeded to do nothing since.
He didn't get put over, though. That's the thing. That's the bullshit of all this. It's smoke and mirrors. It's nonsense. It's ridiculous. He never got put over. And for anybody watching this stream right now that thinks getting a pin on somebody is putting them over,
it is when you're, held in such high regards by Dave Meltzer and Tony Khan and by the Chris Jericho fan club. That went all sorts of wrong and bad. And God have mercy on the back of Sammy Guevara's neck and head. Because a Falcon Arrow from Action Andretti from the top of the ladder onto the ladder bridge that was set up on the top rope. And they caught all of the side of that. Action Andretti. Oh! Commander with a goddamn moonsault. This is why no matter what, you tune into a fucking
it's a fucking car crash, buddy.
100%. And surprising with Commander, who when we watched the GCW show, and I know we've got some GCW homies now and everything like that, but that was the botchiest shit I've ever seen.
Oh no, straight up, hey, wait, we call it the way you see it, like that.
And is Commander gonna win this?
Shut the front door.
Oh my God, he's climbing the ladder bridge. He's the only one up there.
Get up there!
Takeshita makes sense because he's
sorry
with MJF.
That's the man who wins this. I literally
Eddie.
That is voting with your heart, and I get it. I'm right there with you. I'll pop if he wins.
Oh, 100%. Well, I said maybe they Austin Theory him and he wins it and then he cashes in because there's been the rumors he's going for the Ring of Honor title, but right now Commander or Takeshita with a back body drop on Commander off the ladder, and Takeshita's going up for it, but actually Andretti springboards on the ladder. So these are the last two. So your two predictions are the ones that are there at the end, it seems.
Because this is just trying to, this is fucking criminal mining, fucking Tony Khan, right? Like, and you heard me.
You got to do a lot to do that. But Daniel Garcia tips over the ladder. Now Sammy's got the giant ladder, the mega ladder, the ladder that can, touch the rafters. It's interesting how during a ladder match, they always have like the wee ladder, the medium-sized ladder. They have the Goldilocks ladder situation going on, I feel a bit.
A little bit.
But right now, I've got Garcia out there helping Sammy as Sammy's setting up for, like I said, the giant ladder.
That's what we all need is a big giant ladder.
Pause.
Hobbs won with no.
My ladder's of sufficient size, sir. Mine is of adequate size. Sammy's got up top on the giant ladder, and he's got Action Andretti on the outside. So yes, that's what you should do: is take yourself out of the match. God damn, he's doing Jeff Hardy. Oh, Swanton! Again, a la Jeff Hardy. God damn. I like how they say that. Andretti just convulsing as Garcia is now rolling Sammy into the ring and setting him up. So is Garcia going to pretty much just will Sammy to win this? But granted, they've got the medium mid-sized ladder, and it's away from the ring a bit. Oh, this is when he's going to heel turn. That would be fucking stupid. Oh, Takeshita pushes it over. Jack, what up? My ladder needs about a WD-40. Fair enough. How far out is the return of Santana? Might be all the way out, honestly. It's going to be interesting of if, when, how they bring him back in. But Takeshita going up and Hobbs just pounced the ladder. And boy, did that thing's all sorts of fucked right now. That is bent 7 ways to Sunday. Oh, and he's getting the ref to hold the ladder for him. This booking is so confusing. Yeah, well, like I said, when you're Tony Khan Bear, it tends to get all over the place. And oh my God, Hobbs is going to win it. Hobbs is going to win it. Where the fuck was Eddie in all of this match? Hobbs wins. So I guess the equivalent to Wardlow, and Hobbs wins the match. And what the fuck was that booking? Best friends looking like small toy aliens. The Claw. Anthony, oh my lord. How far can TK last relying on his hardcore fan base instead of thinking smart and trying to attract more casuals to the brand in terms of ratings and business? As long as the money does. What? That's really what it comes down to. As long as the money lasts, Tony will do it. Shad Khan has pretty much told Tony, do with what you got, with what you want. But yeah, why did Hobbs win? Yeah, Tony's gonna go until the wheels fall off on this shit. No matter what, because there's so much of an echo chamber that exists when it comes to AEW, and I get the whole, well, just enjoy pro wrestling. But sometimes you want pro wrestling, regardless of what company it is, to be fucking good. And this at times is not goddamn good. Oh, we've got Wardlow out here. So wait, what the fuck? So you get to challenge Wardlow or Samoa Joe. So what do you challenge, the last Golden Ring winner? I'll give credit to Hobbs there. He's just sitting there with, I got time, as Wardlow's throwing around security jobbers like they ain't nothing. Oh, we're going to get a power bomb. Oh, off the stage onto the crowd of security there. Is AEW security the worst security with how much they get beat? Of Wardlow's literally beating 20 of them in a row in a match, kayfabe wise. But where are we here? Damon already saying he's 2-0. I saw you saying about John was saying how we got Takeshita. Oh, we've got the best friends looking like they're fucking going to space camp here. But Danhausen, I've got some good news. Oh, so we're gonna get another battle royal to determine the last team. Yeah, well, the Casino Battle Royal. God damn it, I forgot about that. AEW has already hit the ceiling. Now it's all about maintaining your ratings and building your talent. If this is their ceiling, though, then you can't, as much as still at times people do and everything, you can't view them as a competition, what have you. I get the whole, different strokes for different folks. Certain people like this, just let people like wrestling. those are though the same people that want to take shots as much as they can about WWE. It's sometimes the people who are so wrong just don't want to admit that they're the ones that are wrong. Speaking of the devil, I have Chris Jericho coming out right now. So we're getting, again, like I said this on Tuesday on NXT, but think about it, the Jacob Fatus, the Alex Hammerstones, the guys like Eddie Kingston, who I know, Jack, I think, or Damien, you said how he was in the beginning of the ladder match. Right, but you didn't see anything at him towards the end. Nothing. It really came down to a 2 to 3 horse race. But the fact that those guys, Jeff Jarrett, are so prevalent on TV, if they're just not listening to anybody, they're not listening to any sort of feedback because they hear the audience that they choose to listen to as telling them that they're doing great, and they refuse to ever accept any sort of feedback, any sort of negative criticism, what have you. But while we're in commercial break, folks, I will remind everybody we are the Wrestling for Life Network. And yes, we are here celebrating 1 year as a stream. But absolutely, the ball keeps rolling, folks. It's 1 year, but still, we are here. We were here last night for NXT. We had the Grim Reaper interview go live. We also had the Cole Roderick interview go live. We'll be back here tomorrow night for the kickoff show, the opening show of Ring of Honor, as well as Impact with special guest host Luna Havoc. At this point, I almost feel like she's halfway part of the team of how much she's been around. But then we're back here on Friday for a doubleheader for SmackDown and Rampage. Saturday, again, I know KJ's still floating around, probably again telling me to shut up and what have you. But we're going to be here, I believe, for GCW and Wrestling Revolver, because at this point, I mean, we've made enough GCW friends and everything like that, and 100% with the channel that even the wrestlers watch. So we got to be here covering that. And Wrestling Revolver has a stat card, and then we'll be back here on Sunday for AEW Revolution, which still I feel like I almost keep saying this for every AEW pay-per-view of it's the weakest built card going into it. If it wasn't for us kind of having the schedule that we do and everything, I damn near almost probably would have forgotten that Revolution was this weekend. But Res Evil, what up? Where my birthday, March 2nd, I'm age 26 years old. Well, fair enough. Shout out, happy early birthday. Like I said, I know it was Polo there, who's always in the chats, Ryan's birthday. Yesterday, it's, I guess, C-Money's birthday today. It's our birthday today. And I guess it's your birthday tomorrow, 100%. But, it is still, it's March 1st. It's the Ides of March, so we got that lousy March weather. But absolutely, folks, if you haven't done so already, tell everybody that you know, whether they're into wrestling, whether they used to be into wrestling, we'll turn them into a wrestling fan, whether they just want to hang out on pretty much any goddamn night, this is a place to be. So absolutely be a friend, tell a friend. Victor already trying to trigger me here with a why? Oh, so we're getting Chris Jericho versus Peter Avalon right now. Oh, Lordy. Chris Jericho wins in 5 minutes or less. Excuse me. Fair enough. Will Briscoe versus Jericho happen? You mean Mark? I hope not. Honestly, Jericho does one thing good, and that's being a talent vampire or a heat vampire of just, I'm going to take every bit of shine and every bit of momentum that you've got going right now off you. And I'm going to somehow feel like, because I can get a pop on a pen click in an audience that would cheer for fucking anything and everything, that means that I'm still great, that I'm still one of the top 3, top 5 pro wrestlers doing it today. Nah. Ricky Starks cost Jericho the match. Pretty Peter wins. I'm guessing. Fair enough. Okay. Well, I guess again, give us your predictions. And why is it, unfortunately, Chris Jericho when it comes to Chris Jericho versus Peter Avalon? As I just trashed this man's name. Razzie with a what? Ides of March is the 15th. Well, fair enough. Fine. Forgive me on the joke, I guess. The man in the purple hat. No, he's not there right now, love. Swagger in his bucket hat. aren't there right now, at least that we've seen. 2 count right now. But that's the first time he wins in AEW with the code breaker. Fun fact. Fair enough. Fair enough. I took to Twitter to call out WWE for not giving me good enough time. Fair enough, Jack. You do you, boo-boo. Oh, you are way behind. Well, I try not to be, I guess. Well, hold on, I guess. Let me refresh. As I've got Avalon for a 2 count. Is that a 1 gallon hat? Okie dokie. Yes, it is, Jason. I have no idea. Apparently I am behind or something. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, so I refreshed and I'm already back to Hangman right now. So apparently I was behind. So my apologies, I guess. Apparently I needed to refresh my YouTube TV. But what in the name of Dude Ranch is Hangman hanging out here right now? Cutting a promo on Moxley. Looking like fucking Brokeback Mountain. Maxi Pad. Vampire, where the fuck are we going with these comments and everything right now? So Hangman playing into the I don't have feeling in the tips of my fingers anymore. I don't know if I really like that in pro wrestling. In that they're using like the concussions and what have yous as a part of the storyline. But I think it's a bit, it reminds me so, I understand the time and everything like that, and we're very much more aware of the, issues going on with brain trauma and all of that. But it reminds me going back to like when the Dudley Boys had a whole match to where they were dealing with concussions and all of that. It just seems a little too on the nose, a little too we're pushing things just because here. I would definitely put Chris Jericho in his face. Fair enough, Jack. You do you. Are you looking forward to the face between MJF and Bryan Danielson? I feel like we almost kind of had that last week, I believe. And it was very odd with that whole situation that as we've got Renee right now in the ring, but where we had Danielson would sit there and say, oh, well, if you do that, I'm going to kick your ass. And then MJF would proceed to do it, and he would do nothing. But so we've got Christian Cage coming out right now, the outwork everybody that turned into work everybody. Keyshawn, am I turning into Cornettis? This show just sucked. No, your eyes are just being opened. I was about to go into the whole Morpheus of no. Do you want the red pill or the blue pill? No, I think it's just the sheen still starting to wear off when it comes to AEW. A little bit like we've talked about it has its niche audience and it doesn't do anything to play beyond that niche audience. It does almost feel like the Impact Zone on a grander scale a little bit, I feel. But we're getting right now Renee Paquette in the ring with Christian Cage. I'm sorry, and this may be being nice, but I don't see AEW going past 2025. Fair enough. Well, they managed to last 3 years as it is and everything, so we'll see. But I will ask this because I guess Cage is saying that I might have some technical issues, or thumbs up or thumbs down, I guess, in the chat if you think that I've been a little glitchy right now or anything like that. But we do have Christian Cage cutting a promo on Jungle Boy. Well, now they just call him Jack Perry. but I feel like this story might have already gone on a little too far. Of AEW seems to have that issue of either they have a story go on for far too long, or they very much just hotshot through stories. I feel like it's a very flat built to Revolution. Not really excited about any of the matches. Not excited about a 60-minute match. Not excited for a bloodbath without purpose. Fair enough. I do agree with that, Small Mark, of a bit of they halfway should have already had, I guess, that whole blow-off match between Moxley and Hangman. I am, though, excited for the MJF Danielson 60-minute Iron Man match of, I feel that is really going to push MJF, I guess, as far as what people think of what he can do in the ring. And MJF, as much as he's maybe getting watered down, I think he might be feeling the pressure of having to carry the company, quote unquote. But I think that the build hasn't been great. The match, I think, can be really great. Unbroken, that's offensive. You are fine, but the other guy had a skunk on his chest and didn't know. No, KJ's just, we're wrestling fans of a certain vintage and everything. So absolutely, sometimes you get a little gray in the whistle. Trust me, I got mine of they just hide better in the dark. What? And interested right now of Christian Cage here saying of, my problem with you is you treat my business like a video game. But he's one of one. Well, no, you were one of two, and then you, I guess, had to become one of one because WWE said thanks for coming. I'm granted, Christian Cage is good. Christian, when he was in WWE, not the biggest fan of. But it's good, but it's one of those of Christian never shows, like Christian hasn't had matches going through this, anything like that. He hasn't been a consistent performer. There hasn't been any sort of side plot of we're just like, it's all of a sudden that we just started here and then we ended up all the way here. Oh, you're a hack and you're just living off of your father's name. Fair enough, Christian. It's just so difficult to keep a match entertaining for 60 minutes. Well, I think if there's two guys that I would trust right now in this time to do something like that and they aren't working for WWE, I feel like those would probably be two guys that I would expect to do that. And the lights are out on AEW. We already had the House of Black. So what are we going to get now? What the fuck? Jungle Boy, we're getting a video of him digging a grave. Is this where the Undertaker pops up? Rest in peace. I wonder if Luchasaurus is going to come out of the mask. Interesting. Well, it's Canosaurus. Matt, what up? Another blackout. Jack Perry got repackaged. This is cool. Well, yeah, Jungle Boy got repackaged as Jack Perry. But I know you guys were definitely like Tool and Punk growing up. No. Thus protest too much, I feel, with that one of, and we've got the styrofoamiest of styrofoam tombstones there for Christian Cage. So we had Jungle Boy Jack Perry already digging Christian Cage's grave. Are we getting a buried alive match? Well, it's thrown Christian off so much. He needs his, safety kazoo here so he can blow it and summon Edge, Brood Edge. But we've got Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker backstage. Again, this is a fucking problem with AEW, and this is, again, nitpicky when it comes to stupid shit like production, what have you. If you don't let anything breathe, there's literally we can't let this go, so we instantly cut to this. It's still, I get it. I get it. I know I'm going to have some people that are all, oh, you don't know, but this reminds me so much of WCW. And I'm a Haterade fan. God damn, this Brit look good though. But we had Hater cutting a little promo there. As we've got Matt Hardy coming out right now. Is this awkward for Matt when he just saw Lito win the women's tag team championships on Monday night in WWE? And he's out here hanging with the Firm and Ethan Page and Private Party and all of that shit. Like, this is where you ended up, Matt. Sorry, not sorry. Oh. Nick, remember Paul Heyman's secret weapon, exposing the good of a wrestler while hiding their weakness? I think they're doing the opposite with MJF. I could agree to disagree with that a little bit. I think that they're MJF, to me, it's the pressure is getting to him, the situation, what have you, of very much of he's leading this company right now. People outside of, if you're not a casual regular AEW fan, you're tuning in for the MJF stuff, and he gets a different little personal story for every feud. He gets super emotional and super invested, and he's screaming too much. He's not doing any of the I'm a rich asshole, you need to challenge me versus I'm you. Go into that kind of Conor McGregor of it's the red panties night. You know, it's the Bella panties night, Danielson, when you face me. Tell Bree to, break out the red panties because, you're getting paid. All of that. That's a way that you could go with MJF, and he doesn't have to sit there and scream and just look almost like he's almost the challenger in the situation, I feel. But I don't think it's a weakness with him. I think the man's still 26. I think it's more the booking of the situation. But we do right now have Matt Hardy versus Hook. And if Hook wins, I think it was Damien that said it, he does get Bivens in a no disqualification, no holds bars match, I believe. So 100%, give me your predictions in the chat right now for who you've got for this match. Does it have to be Hook here? And that's again, I guess, a side interesting question is we've got Hook rolling into a heel hook, ankle lock there. But who's right now having the better run or has been built up better? Who's further along in their career, I guess, of Hook or Dominic Mysterio? Because I think right now you could almost say Dom. Jack, it's not really repackaged. All right, I'm going to move down. I missed a fair amount of comments here of Hook, but I will remind people we do have the super chat, the super stickers. If I did miss any of your comments, if you do want to just help support the channel, like I said, we're just still a baby. We're just past a year old right now. Started with a Rampage or started with a Dynamite and already celebrating a year on another Dynamite. So absolutely be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Hook weighs like 120 pounds to act like he's some badass. Well, Justin, I mean, Taz was all of 5 foot nothing, really. If Taz walked up to you, you'd probably kind of just be like, oh, little feller. But he was very much the human suplex machine. Unbroken, you saying I'm still behind somehow. Right now, I've got, you don't even know exactly where I'm at because right now I've got Hook with a T-bone suplex right now on Matt Hardy. But who is more over, Hook or Dominic Mysterio? That's the question that I poll the audience with. So you guys let me know. Hook may be Taz soon, but he isn't really that good. I keep Hook on Dark Rampage, help his promo skills. Well, we had Jungle Hook for a little bit, and then they've kind of already disbanded. So it'll be interesting to see where we go with it. If that's still a thing I thought that might have been the most real character development we've had from Hook outside of he just doesn't have squash matches. But Dominic Mysterio is moreover. I'm broken. I don't know who you're talking about at this point. I think I know I'm on the vitamins, but you might be on that, super duper pack. I feel a little bit. Dom is way over more than my opinion. But Hook going into the corner there. I still think so. Do we get Hook versus Bivens going on? Are we bashing Hook because he weighs 120 pounds? What? What does Dom weigh? What? 130 across his daddy with a cross in his daddy's mask and that tear tad? What? Dom is way more over heel than Hook is over as a white meat baby face. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, VHS, but Dominic isn't booked like Hook. Yeah, well, again, it goes back to, I think we got the kata, instant fucking tap out from Matt Hardy there on the kata hajime, the coquina clutch, the reverse chokehold. But absolutely, so an instant tap out from Matt Hardy. What? So Hook picks up the win. So we're getting him versus Bivens. Oh, and now we're getting a video package. Oh, did the House of Black just keep the tag titles that they stole earlier and just now gotten a video package with them because the trios titles? And goddamn, does it look good.
Hello, folks. I am back. Mr. Nick is taking a little bit of a pause. And we are going to keep going. I hope everyone's having a fun night. Yes, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty, but the show must go on. We must keep going. And just going to fix this real quick. But yes, this is a byproduct of being live all the damn time. But folks, let me know how you're feeling out there. Let me know what you're thinking of the show. How is the night? Are we doing all right? I mean, I wasn't too impressed with what we were about to get, what they were serving up to us. So that being said, I mean, anybody super thrilled? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down at this point of Dynamite. How you feeling about it? As we are here trying to celebrate our birthday. And once again, folks, maybe we haven't said this enough yet, but thank you. Thank you to everybody out there. Anybody that even spends a minute on this channel, we greatly appreciate it. We never anticipated the numbers and the turnout and the family that we built here. So without getting too sentimental on everybody, just want to say thank you, because without the people tuning in, this wouldn't be a thing. So be a friend, tell a friend, and don't miss out. We got so much coming your way, folks, as we always say. So once again, thank you. Tony Storm versus Rio. Why? Jericho. Whoa. How the I'm not going to curse. Not yet. How are we subjected to Peter Avalon? How did this come to be? How are we getting a Peter Avalon fucking Chris Jericho match in 2023? Why? What was the purpose of this? I'm so baffled by the decision making. Rio, Tony Storm, why? Are you going to make it competitive? Why? I don't get it. I really don't understand. I don't understand some of the booking. Listen, I'm thrilled. Powerhouse Hobbs wins the Golden Ring tonight. But doesn't it feel like it was out of left field? Like, just no real, we think he might win. It seemed like a shock. Keyshawn says it sucks. Got Tony for the win and Rio dating Kenny Omega. Well, there you go. Problem solved. My, oh my. Interesting company. Interesting choices, folks. But with that being said, I am frozen in a commercial break as I've been all night. Jericho jumped on Peter Avalon last week. Yeah, it was. But why is Peter Avalon on the show? Why are we seeing him? If Tony Khan keeps coming out and saying, well, I don't know what to do with all these wrestlers, I don't have enough TV time, then why are we seeing Peter? Pause. I don't know. Am I like, to me, it's then I don't know. It's not even like Peter's a baby face or anyone gives a shit about him. It was a pointless bullshit, self-indulgent, typical Jericho booking. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show. Hobbs lost to Joe and Wardlow before. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, I don't mind him coming back for it, Keyshawn. I'm a big fan of Hobbs, and I don't think his booking did him justice prior. So I'm not too upset about it. I just wish there was more of a, oh shit, Hobbs, they've built Hobbs up as a contender. I wonder if he pulls this off. Nope. Just here we go. Today I pick this. Let's go. Is that not what it feels like? Is that not what it seems like at times? I can't believe Rio is still in AEW. They should just get rid of her already. Well, Dale already hit the nail on the head with that one. I mean, when you're connected to Kenny, and again, you book her competitively, I don't think she's good. I know some of the big, deep AEW marks go crazy for Riho. Can't get enough of little Riho. It's not good, guys. It's not. And wasting Tony Storm like this is bad. The entire angle, everything they've done with Tony Storm, with Saraya, Hayter, Britt, it all got messed up. All got messed up. Why? You want answers? Stay tuned. Oh, come on, bro. Come on, JV. The biggest announcement of the year. Tony Storm wins with shenanigans. Absolutely. They're going to spray paint Riho. Tony Thunderstorm for the win. Peter's an original, though. Peter's a joke, though. Peter, like, I don't get what, like, I don't understand. Like, he's got a completely new look. We didn't even believe it was him, especially because he came out to Ryan Nemeth. I mean, the Wingman's entrance, but it said Ryan Nemeth. It got really confusing. It just doesn't make sense as part of the story. Why the hell is Ricky still messing around with Jericho in the first place? I mean, it is what it is. People can say what they want, and yeah, there's value in Jericho somewhere, but you know, when you're just completely hoovering heat off everybody, you're not putting anybody over. He did nothing for action. Oh, I put that kid over. Ain't I great? Pat me on the back, quick. It's bullshit. You let the kid get a roll up, then you set him on fire. Where's the over there? Then you just let him go off into the wilderness. Figure it out, kid. You'll do fine. You'll be the fourth runner-up in a ladder match. Who is Jade facing at Revolution? I don't believe that's been said yet, Keyshawn. Doesn't matter. She's heading towards 100-0, folks. I miss DMD in action on Dynamite. The whole DMD thing's been weird, right? Because for the longest time, and by the way, if you haven't made a prediction on Rio, I see about 50 people hanging out with me tonight. If you haven't made a prediction on Riho, Tony Storm, get it in the chat now. And if you're feeling lazy, just give me an R for Rio, a S for Storm. Took me a second to find that number. Nah. But all that being said, folks, listen, I know it sounds like complaining, bitch, moan, bitch, moan, bitch, moan. It's not. I mean, it's just as fans, you're like 2 weeks in a row, the card on paper wasn't appealing. And I'm trying to understand what's happening here. I really hope that Tony Khan hits a giant home run at Revolution. I hope he smashes it out of the park. It's got potential. There's a lot going on the card, which makes me a little concerned. How are we going to feel about a 60-minute Iron Man match to end a show that has a whole bunch of carnage and chaos and a Texas death match leading into it? Are we still going to have the energy? When will that Iron Man match start? The 3-hour mark, the 3.5-hour mark, the 5-hour mark? Mark, let us know. We're really curious here. But, I mean, I hope he smashes it. I hope Revolution, it's a a turning of the corner. But here's my fear as an AEW fan. As long as Tony is locked in a room with Jericho, the Bucks, Kenny, and tries to be cool with guys like Sammy and whoever else, if he just attends to them and their needs and their every whim and their desires, if they want to run out of one division and create a whole new division just to hide from a money match that they might have to go under, that type of shit. If we got to watch Rio just because of who she's friends with, it hurts the company. I mean, Peter Avalon is an original. So what? I mean, let's bring back Marco Stunt. No, don't do it. Don't do it. What shout out? I hope he's doing all right. I heard he's got some back issues, and nobody wants to see anything like that happen. But I don't want to see him on the main roster on AEW. I don't, and that's all respect to him. Do your hustle, buddy, but I don't want to see Marco Stunt versus Hobbs anytime soon. Jade versus Banks, Forbidden Door, maybe. I don't think Tony would let someone from New Japan end Jade's streak, to be honest, unless Banks was going to come over and do, carry the belt for a month or something like that, kind of do what Kenny did with Impact. Maybe. I don't know. But right now we plug along, folks. Have the 60 minutes March 1st, actually. Oh, the 50-minute match first. The world title in a 60-minute Iron Man match to open the show. What interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. Listen, chat, if you're out there right now, let me know what you think. Start the show or end the show with the 60-minute Iron Man match. That's an interesting proposal, Mr. Unbroken, or Miss Unbroken, or whoever Unbroken. I don't know. Just being nice. Jade Cargill hasn't been in a legit feud. Nope, she hasn't. She's had some minor tiffs with people, but nothing that you would say was a major feud. I really don't think she needs it yet. I would like to see her turn towards the AEW women's title and have both. Just take both. And then there's an opportunity there for angles and stories, I think, more so than what she's doing now. But we'll see. I think she's going to go 100-0. I've been saying it for a long, long time. People think I'm crazy. I think the only person that can screw up my plan is Statlander. I think Statlander's return could shimmy up my whole march to 100. Curtis is going with at the end of the night. Okay. I think that's kind of where I'm leaning. But like I said, I'm concerned if it's a long pay-per-view full of a lot of chaos, a 60-minute, Danielson and MJF closing the show with a 60-minute Iron Man match on a major pay-per-view. They are going to have to turn it out. And this could be a big moment for MJF. Everybody talks about MJF's promo ability. Everybody talks about MJF's, his prowess with a microphone. Everybody knows he can be a great heel. A lot of people believe he could be a great babyface too. But some people have questioned what he does in a ring. Is it very simplistic? Is it all he can do? Is he interesting when he's in the ring? I would argue yes to all of those, but this would be a really big moment. I think he wins on just cat out of the bag before our pre-show, because I will stay true to this. But I think MJF's going to win this match. And it could be a very big, oh my God, moment for MJF. Start the show and end with it. Start the show and end it with the trios title. Ew, Victor. However, Victor, I don't, from the standpoint of how the show will play out, that might not, as much as I dislike giving the trios title the main event at Revolution, if they open the show, which they like to, do they burn out the crowd right away? And we've seen that before. We've seen it happen before. So, yeah, it might not be a bad show, buddy. I don't love the idea of the trios title being in the main event, but go home happy. Go home. You have no choice. Even if you're sleepy at the end of a 4-hour pay-per-view, it's going to be chaos. So I think everyone's going to be okay with that. I'm not an AEW fan, but I want to see them be successful because it's best for business. Competition is good if done in the right way. Absolutely. I was thrilled when AEW came along, and I was pumped. In the early days, I thought Jericho was super over with me. Like, when he first had the championship, I understood why he had the championship. And I was all for it. I'm big, completely into it. And then I think for a while, there was some shows where people raved about them. Oh, what a great show. But was it a great show, or did it just have a big surprise pop at the end of the show? And I wondered if the hot shotting was going to eventually catch up to Tony. And I feel like it has. And now that the playing field changed and there's less opportunity for him to hot shot, he's finding it really challenging to now become a booker. And I know the Wrestling Observer fan vote says that Tony Khan is the Booker of the Year, but Meltzer, to his credit, and I mean, I give him shit all the time, came out and said it was completely wrong. So, yeah, I think this is challenging Tony. People say, well, Punk situation and injuries. No, but if you're Booker of the Year, you got backup plans. You got ideas. You are smart enough. Like, people talk, oh, Tony Khan's a genius. All right, so Punk goes out unexpectedly, pivot and make it work. Don't just give us mid shit and then say, well, something bad happened. So don't make excuses. Live up to the moniker. If you're going to be Booker of the Year, how is the Booker of the Year booking tonight's show? Someone help me understand that. If you voted for Tony Khan as Booker of the Year, or you're sitting at home thinking, he is the Booker of the Year, I want to know, how does the Booker of the Year book tonight's show? Just curious. John, thank you for being here. Thank you for the love. And yes, thank you for the anniversary wishes. If you're just tuning in, it is our 1 year. That's right. Our 1 year anniversary, our birthday. Call it what you will, but it's been a crazy grind, folks. And as soon as I get my shit back together, we'll talk about that. But anyway, if you guys want to let me know what's going on Dynamite right now, I'm all ears. Why doesn't Tony get Daddy Meltzer to help him book? Can Meltzer book? Does Meltzer know that? What are we going to get if Meltzer books? Just 2 hours of Young Bucks, probably in thongs and hot wax. I don't know. What does Meltzer's booking look like? Anybody? Somebody? I have no idea. Yeah, of course she did. Of course she did. Of course. I was worried they were going to give her a competitive match, which they should have done that, and she gets the W instead. This is what we're talking about. Questionable booking. Anybody pumped that Rio just won this match? Over Toni Storm, who you should be building as a star, who we should rarely see lose. If Toni Storm's going to lose, she loses to another top girl. You have to give us the belief in the value of who we're cheering for. You have to let us know that whether they're heel or babyface, they can do everything they say they can do. They can get in the ring and compete. That's what made everyone. You go through the list of wrestlers, everybody could do something in the ring, and people can say what they want about Hulk Hogan or whoever else, but when he got in the ring, I mean, he owned that room, he owned that arena, and that's just, I don't know. I'm torn. Okay, well, that's your opinion. Yeah, Jack MJF is good. Yeah, that's what we do here. We give out opinions. Tony was much more consistent for more of the year than any other booker. Dave. The inconsistency was horrible, but I think you might be accurate in the sense that from about August on, he was consistently weak, bad, misguided. And like I said, even Meltzer steps up and says, no. Paul, look what Paul did. And people can say whatever they want about how things turned out. There was nothing more compelling in wrestling that was getting more eyes, more clicks, more attention than the Bloodline, than Bray Wyatt. And that's you can't argue with it. I'm not a fan of what's happened with Bray Wyatt, but that White Rabbit shit stole the wrestling world for a while. That's Booker. That's the guy that's putting shit over. That's the guy doing it in big venues. That's the guy doing it all over. Tony fell, I think, right around when Triple H came onto came into his position in creative. It was all bets were off. He was just rolling from there. So, yeah, I think Paul Levesque, undeniably, and the fact that even little things in the fan vote, like how do you vote Stardom better than WWE in any capacity?
Because it's playing to his audience. What?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's the thing is, it's still, and I get as much as, I don't want to say we do have halfway of a very much diehard audience and everything, but I feel like if we put a poll out there of how much do you like Chris Jericho, I don't think our audience would be swayed that much by us if they're like, fuck Chris Jericho.
Right.
To sit there and vote Stardom as the top 2 promotion in the world when the other one's up for sale for $9 billion. I don't know.
Victor,
1 million, billion, cajillion, Sicilian dollars.
All of the money.
All of the monies.
No, and I mean, listen, when Tony was hot, and we say this all the time, guys, you know us. When Dynamite was on fire, we were here January, February, March, Dynamite. Go back through our archive where we're just praising Tony and praising some of the decisions and getting amazing Dynamites. What we used to talk all the time, like Dynamite came out of the gate like a firework almost every single week. You got something.
Isn't that the reason a little bit why you're here?
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Actually, I got mad at Cornette, and then it led to
you got mad at Dad, and you're like, "Fuck you, Dad! I'll tell you."
I was like, "Wait," and then I just kept. I end up getting won over by the guy, so it is what it is. I sent a happy birthday earlier, KJ. Hey, John, thank you. We appreciate that.
Well, no, I will say this, and then this might be a halfway bit of a hot dogging and grandstanding as we're in picture, so I'll take the opportunity of as much as I am the boisterous, I guess the voice of the North instead of the voice of the South, like Jimmy Hart and everything like that. If I would not be here if it wasn't for that beautiful bearded bastard beside me there. This man entertained me harassing him in the comment on the videos and this and that, and allowed me to come on and everything, and gave me a shot, and has dealt with my craziness to the point to where now we had even people on NXT last night of saying, well, I needed to get you like a paper gift or something like that because it's like a 1 year anniversary.
A paper anniversary?
Yeah.
There's a paper bag joke in here somewhere.
I would not be here the very much of as much as I guess I could say I'm the Paul Levesque of that man 100% beside me. And I guess maybe the tinge in the beard might tell you of he's more of the Vince McMahon.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, fucking deal with it. I got labeled the what man and everybody's best friend, so you fucking deal with it.
Yeah. And there's the tough love.
Right. This is why we work, the yin to my yang, as we've got Roosh and Preston Vance coming out right now.
Right.
And holy Rampage main event, Batman.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a Rampage, like, just esque card tonight.
That was number 4 for best weekly show. Or number 3 for best.
Who are the people that voted Rampage number 1? I want to know if you
Brian Last was great with the whole just retract their subscriptions. Just you don't get to vote. No,
it's even better than reach out, go to my Instagram. If you
touch faith, because you need to find Jesus if you think Rampage is a good fucking wrestling.
If you picked Rampage as your number 1 show, send me a DM and I will send you a vitamins care package, and it will refocus.
And he could actually do it. Wait, is this the main event? Oh God, I hope not. It might be, honestly. As we've got the Lucha Bros coming out right now. Justin again asking, does FTR return? Do you think?
No, we still get the Battle Royal, dude.
That's what we're watching.
No, but I mean, we got to get through it, and then.
Do you think FTR's number 10? They pull the Cody Rhodes and they come out at the end and then just hoof everybody out.
I don't hope. I hope not. I really do.
I start them at like number 2 or number 1.
Mm-hmm. I said it at the top of the show. I do not want that to be the case. I really don't.
The only way I could see that is if you have them return, and I get, we kind of just don't want them in AEW. Just the booking predicates it, but if you're going to do it, you have the return, because no matter where you put them in this, if you're going to put them in this, they're winning it. It's not debatable. You're not having them show up and then like get thrown out.
No, but how good would it be if that did happen? They showed up, we're like, they're back, and they go under something.
Something's going to get hurt real bad. I know we've taken pauses and this and that and maybe had glitches and technical difficulties and all that, but that might be the last time you see me tonight, is because something's going to get broken in here.
Right? Yeah, what a night to be glitchy, folks. But we were literally, we did 592 live streams in 365 days.
What happens when you're live all the goddamn time? There's some things that are going to show up every now and then. Of Christ, I'll admit I've been there and had to get woken up of like, you're supposed to be on, guy. I've been here and thought I had the cops knocking at my door. So Christ, that's
a good one. We've had fires.
When you are live all the goddamn time.
Victor says Ring of Honor returns tomorrow night, and guess where we'll be? Right here live covering it, and it will bleed into our Impact coverage. So you want a fun Thursday night? Impact, Ring of Honor with myself and Luna Havoc, and I can't wait.
The Canadian Express rolling through on Thursday nights, 100%. I saw earlier her on Twitter of this woman talking about flying across the country, which I forget how big fucking Canada is, to go to the opening of Bret Hart's, I guess, Bar and Grill. That's what you have. If you have like Wayne Gretzky or Bret Hart's Bar and Grill.
We do. We have Wayne Gretzky. We got Wendell Clark's. We got... There's a bunch.
I mean, I'd honestly take that versus we have, Jimmy Buffett and shit like that. So, again, we get shafted in all these fucking trades. Aussie Open. Let's go.
Question. Mm-hmm. Speaking of tag teams and travesties, how crazy is it that you have Aussie Open in your Battle Royal? We barely even notice them, and they're gone. Like, I feel like they're too good for just that kind of treatment.
See, again, this is why we've talked about it. We're the wrestling channel, even the wrestlers watch. We're the alternative commentary for everything. Our socials all down behind there. We've talked to even consultants allegedly for USA Network during the 2020s, the Thunderdome era and all of that. So 100% Tony, all of your little stooges, whoever may be watching, reach out and we'll help you out with your goddamn booking, because some of this shit's just awful. You have guys, like you said there, of the Aussie Open that are in your Battle Royal, and they're an afterthought of an afterthought of an afterthought. It's like, no,
not even a thought. Not even a thought, Nick.
Right?
They're just some guys, the filler.
Johnny Hungy gets more of a spot than Aussie Open. Respect to John Silver, but goddamn.
Speaking of Johnny's, you see John Morrison won the MLW Never Openweight Championship.
So he's added to his repertoire. It's Johnny Major League instead of Johnny Nitro, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Lucha, Johnny Impact,
Johnny Survivor.
Christ, Johnny Wrasslin for Life Network, Johnny SmackDown, anything and everything at this point.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man,
Terry Funk of like Lucha Wrestling. It just shows up anywhere and everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man.
Man, I've been everywhere. Speaking of which, we've been everywhere, man. What? We've been here covering WWE. What? AEW. What? NWA. What? GCW. What? House of Glory. What? Wrestling Revolver. What? We've been here covering the Super Bowl. What? XFL. What? UFC. What? I'm running out of watts. What?
Man, that little year in review recap video that we got up on the channel, that's one of my, when you go into what delirium at the end of the video? Oh my god, dude, it's fucking hilarious. You just fall apart on it. It's just like, what delirium?
Oh, just what?
Like I just
if you ever thought what it would like to be to hang out with me, that's it.
Yeah, I just picture like
what you see is me, here is me off screen.
Right? Stop it. Stop it.
Just I'm gonna move to you now.
Right? Yeah, it's
picture in picture right now. We've got the Jackass Appreciation Society.
Did you watch All Stars Junior Festival? No, we did not. I did not. I don't want to speak for you. I see it there, but I
don't. Well, trust me. So, do you want to confirm or deny on what we're doing on Saturday? Because I kept saying it, and I was like, KJ.
Oh no, I was steadfast. I thought it was funny because
no, that's fine. I was like, he's telling me like, we're covering so many shows. Shut up.
I'm like, yeah. So I'll see you there.
Right, sure? Yeah, exactly. Well, no, I have not watched All Stars Junior Festival. It's like JV asking me about the World Cup. And Victor, 100%. Again, this is why I love that some people have been here for all of 5 minutes. Some people have been here for 364 days, it feels like.
Right.
But we even covered the episode of Power Slap. Yeah. And we might be here for Tough Enough. Yeah.
We've done BattleBots, competitive tag, UFC.
When the fuck did we do that? And why did I miss out on BattleBots? That was the Monday Night Raw thing.
No, I think it was that was like used to come on Wednesdays after Dynamite, and me and CJ would always we'd be doing the post show, and we just get caught up on watching these fucking robots kick the shit out of each other.
Me half the time before the shows on like Law and Order SVU. I'll be like, you guys are like, did you catch this shit?
Right?
It's just sitting here waiting out because of USA Network.
Oh, too funny.
Are the Butcher and the Blade in this match? I don't know, but I will say, let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo. There's a tag team I'd like to get a push.
Honestly, yeah. Sorry, I'm halfway marking up because I got a Hogwarts Legacy picture-in-picture, and my wife's nerdy ass has gotten my nerdy ass into playing that. So I'm House Slytherin, figures with the green, if anyone wanted to know. If anyone gave a rat's ass.
Blames the wife.
Oh, absolutely. I heard her pop in the fucking.
I hadn't even heard Harry Potter till she came home that day.
No, I'm legit. I caught her fucking playing the game. I was like, when did we buy this? On a laptop and everything. She's like, do you want to play? I spooked her today and she threw the fucking controller. I thought I was in trouble. Like I said, I heard her pop in the kitchen right now.
Right.
Like I said, this is just me 24/7, and KJ and CJ and Cliff can attest to it. Claudio's going over the useless save. Wheelie there saves Claudio. We got Top Flight now in the ring. Oh, we've got that. Is Coke going to be the first one out? Yes.
Did you say? Did we? Yeah. Anyway, if Fight Forever is a flop, how big of a hit will it be for AEW? Wait, what?
It has to come out before it can be a flop or a hit. It's Fight Whenever, Fight Sometimes.
Yeah, I think the
Kingdom.
The Kingdom. We're gonna see them at Ring of Honor tomorrow. At Ring of Honor.
Where we'll also see Zack Sabre Jr. Versus Blake Christian, two guys who we've covered extensively. Of Zack Sabre Jr. on Wrestle Kingdom 17, Blake Christian on pretty much any GCW show we're on. And two guys that I'm surprised aren't in Impact though, or I guess two girls and a gal with the Kingdom. They debuted. Remember, we were live for the pay-per-view the show that they debuted on, and they proceeded to do fuck and all after that.
Nothing. They called them out. Hey, look who we signed. Say goodbye to them now.
Right. Back to catering they go.
Hey, one time I was a kid, and we were in the van. And there was like 7 kids in this fucking van leaving the hockey rink. And we're all screaming McDonald's because it was a McDonald's there. So we're all chanting. And my dad pulled in. So there's like this collective cheer. And he drove through the parking lot and went out the other side and said, how did you like the trip to McDonald's? And laughed. And that was a true story. That was my dad in a nutshell. So, like, that's what this is, right? The same thing. It's a drive-by. You're like, oh, I can smell the fries, but you're not getting what you want. You
don't get that Happy Meal.
No Happy Meal for
it's
anybody.
the trip to Wally's, like the Griswold's there.
Yeah.
And David, by the way, I get what you were trying to do, but go fuck yourself personally. To make a joke like that. So, anyways.
I didn't.
No, you're fine. If he sees this, he'll get it. For those who saw it, you'll get it. But beyond that, we'll acknowledge that when we get there. The Kingdom should open a pizza place and call themselves Two Guys and a Girl Pizza Place. What the fuck type of shit?
See money.
Way to be specific as shit. How I Met Maria.
I thought he was going to say something like I don't know. I thought he had something like clever coming. Like they should open a pizza place.
Yeah, normally coming with the witty jokes
or...
and then just I phoned that shit in.
Lazy booking.
Right, lazy comment.
We're kidding, Curtis. We're kidding, buddy.
Love you. The Kingdom is in the match. Yes, they are. The crowd looks like they're watching ballet or a eulogy. Well, some people are saying of the crowds sitting on their hands a little bit of,
they're waiting for the pop. That's the problem sometimes with the AEW crowd is they're waiting for the hot shot.
No, that is the AEW crowd.
Right? They're waiting
for the moment that, this is the time we're supposed to cheer. Of Johnny Cage is over there. Of this is the part where you pop now.
Right? Something broke. Somebody did a flip. Or someone knew.
Jericho clicked a pen.
No, that was a good pop. I give him a point for that. That's a nostalgia pop.
That's Canadian bias, sir. So you've acknowledged Jericho as a Canadian, so you can take him back, sir, and we redact the trade.
Not today, Satan. Lucha Bros are gone. Son of a bitch.
So yeah, right now in the ring, and so this is the last that we've got. There's no team coming down, it seems. Granted, everyone keeps looking to the end ramp. This has got to be better. But we've got Aussie Open, Top Flight, the Kingdom, and Blackpool Combat Club.
Top Flight.
So hope you like Aussie Open and the Kingdom because they're in it, and you can take all your wishes about FTR and go fuck.
Listen, what if you get the music now? Congrats on 1 year. Thank you, Sean.
Well, it doesn't not become the adrenaline in my soul coming out at like 30, like
last
we're going to come out here to pick the bones.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I really don't want to see it happen. So, and I mean, it's funny. People rumored it, and then Dax wouldn't answer. Wouldn't cop to it either way.
Yeah, no. But I like this though from JV of if you listen real carefully, you can hear people snoring in the crowd.
Oh no! But
there's a little ASMR for you, fuckers.
Nobody gives Jericho more shit than I do. Nobody on this planet. I've eaten that man alive a couple times, and it's for all the right reasons.
No, we are still getting another team as we're getting Danhausen and OC again. We're getting a double dose of orange juice. We're getting a double dose of vitamin C.
Okay. So the wrestling show that can't book guys like Miro because they don't have enough fucking time. You don't have enough time. But I got to watch a show tonight on my birthday where you had Peter Avalon, Riho, OC twice, Danhausen. What? I'm at a loss at this point. What are we doing?
He's Mr.
No one's gonna be
cool. Mr. Snow Miser. He's Mr. Yeah, Snowman in full effect, I feel here. People want to talk about Vince with the Omos and Brock Lesnar booking. I'd almost rather see that than OC and Danhausen on every goddamn show.
Yeah. All friends
wrestling. Orangehausen. Jake, what up? Oh dear God, it's the two clowns are going to win. OC and the French mom. Yeah, I'ma be down. The Juggalos are winning here.
So that's your imagine you were sitting around and you were convinced FTR's coming back tonight. FTR's coming back tonight. FTR's coming back tonight. Wait, we got another team.
Who?
Oh, the Butcher.
The Butcher and the Blade.
Wait, when are these teams coming out? At just random increments?
Yeah, just whenever they feel like it.
Whenever shits and giggles.
100% of humblest of comments, you know, Domo Arigato there with Curtis here of Thanks Wrestling for Life Network, or Thanks Wrestling for Life. Y'all are the best commentary ever designed on YouTube. Designed like we're the goddamn Matrix.
Designed like we're AI.
100%. No, we're just a happy little accident.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. And I mean, I'll get into it in a little bit. I was just kind of letting the action play.
Oh, we're going to save the emotions for after the show.
Well, I mean,
get emotional.
I couldn't anticipate being stuck out of the channel for 30 minutes on my on tonight.
That's literally how long that was, because I swear to God, I even on my little pause, I guessed as to how long it was. I was like, we've been going still over a half hour. And then you're like, it was 30 minutes. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
That's it, man. Shit happened. But
and like, before, folks, this man told me to shut the fuck up.
So Orange Cassidy just eats an eye. Oh, Dark Order's coming.
Why does the Butcher look like Boogs' like personal trainer right now?
Oh shit! Who's that?
Looks like Popeye the Boogs man.
Who just got dumped
with the fucking headman?
Oh,
God! Why?
No! No, I quit.
We're down to OC and Danhausen and the Butcher and the Blade. Holy shit.
I will not take another minute of fucking AEW commentary seriously for until they fucking
if you ever thought that it wasn't a home-based, home or pop for anything audience.
Wait, can someone answer me a question, folks? Pop quiz. Who is the Ring of Honor World Champion?
You wanted me to answer that, or
no? I was just kind of waiting. Dramatic.
I know the answer,
pause.
And you're shitting me right now. Holy shit! Your new AEW Tag Team Champions, because I'm calling it for fucking Revolution at this point. Because God fucking damn it, why in the name of Holy Christ? No, God, please, no. Why? I feel like fucking Michael Scott here of just losing my mind. And why would you have Danhausen and Orange Cassidy versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal versus the Guns? What the WCW? And
I got questions.
I'm keeping receipts. I'm gonna pull this up on everybody. On every fucking buddy that sat there and was saying that this shit.
Booker.
AEW's good. You just got to give it a chance. It's pulling itself together. Just enjoy wrestling. No, bull fucking shit at this point.
Booker of the Year, bro.
And Booker of the Year, Show of the Year, Wrestler of the Year, fucking.
Oh, by the way,
damn near, technically Tag Team of the Year, even though they're barely with the company anymore. But we've got the Acclaim showing up, and if they don't win it, what the fuck are we doing here?
There's so much.
Why did we take the title off them to begin with? Outside of just they needed some challenge.
Yeah, dude, there's so much to unpack here. There's like 19 things I want to scream about right now. On so many, back to my original question though. Yes, obviously Claudio Cesaro is the champion. So you're Ring of Honor World Champion. Hey, by the way, when's Ring of Honor relaunching? Is that tomorrow? No. So your Ring of Honor World Champion, who shouldn't be in this kerfuffle to begin with, just got tossed out by two fucking the Hurricane just eliminated fucking The Rock.
Remember how Claudio wasn't getting used right on WWE television, and he'll go to AEW and they'll book him to the fucking moon, and he'll get used how he's supposed to be, like you were saying there. If he's a Ring of Honor World Champion, and he's the first World Champion in his career, and you couldn't fucking tell me, unless you're somebody like us who watches every stream, that he even holds a title, that he's even in a goddamn prevalent fucking faction.
It's almost. Do you think it's defiance? Do you think it's a
fuck you? I'll book whatever I want, and you'll like it anyways. That's the only way this could be.
Yeah. I got enough money. I got enough money to evaporate all of you. So shut the fuck up and watch my show.
Tony Khan's just really Thanos of I'm gonna take all of your favorite wrestlers and just snap them into powder. That might, Kurt, but Oh, CJ will put it with cut the shit. Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Oh, no,
So
there was one
OC
I did
housing.
here.
So back to
Oh,
another problem that we need to unpack with this fucking mess.
Right, but
So
which one,
again, a company that technically has FTR under contract, best friends
technically has CM Punk under contract, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So you have a fatal four-way for no reason for your tag titles at your quarterly pay-per-view, and it is the Acclaimed, the Ass Boys, OC Hausen, and Jarrett and Jay fucking Lethal.
TNA
What?
2007, the Acclaimed, Juicehausen, yeah, and the Gun Club are the 4 best teams you could come up with in your tag division that's run by the best quote-unquote tag team in the world, the Young Bucks.
You just eliminated 4 better teams at least in that fucking battle royal.
Right.
And why have 2 battle royals when you don't have enough teams to fill 2? That you got to double up on. Oh, you get a second chance. Oh, you're still a loser. Thank you for coming.
Right. But no, I do want to talk. Well, I'll read Larry's comment to you here and let you make the comment. Of KJ, Nick, you guys being humble, the stream has the best format, multiple hosts.
Thank you. We try to be. I mean, we're definitely humble. Like, I mean, this is for me. It was all about community. It was all about family. Like from day one, once I started doing this, and like I said, I was going to save this because we got Dean Malenko.
I got an Excalibur. We're backpacking through Phoenix, I guess.
We'll get back to that, but thank you.
No, you're fine. But I quit AEW.
Dude, it's hard not to.
Big Bird, damn one. What the fuck is this shit? Claudio. Everyone said Claudio. Everyone was answering your question.
I know.
We see how fast people's Google connection works right now.
No,
both the ladder match and tag team battle royal booked so bad. No, it's the fucking show. And honestly, it's everyone I feel like is now finally having this fucking awakening that we've been here of. We've been your spiritual guru of no. AEW is not as good. This is not the fucking wrestling promotion you think it is. It's been just the toxic bullshit of literally everybody's great, everything's awesome. No, it's the same fucking audience shows up and travels and pops for the same. Yay! Oh, see, I saw you 2 times, and I'm gonna see you later for another hour.
Yeah.
God damn it! Like,
right, Victor. I know Ring of Honor was taped. I just mean
so is Impact.
So is Impact, and I mean, I know people have talked about us like, hey, you guys consider covering MLW? MLW, like John Morrison won the title last night, but he won it 7 weeks ago. That's a hard spread, bro.
Well, and it's one of those. I mean, at times it becomes down to, and we've had people say, "Oh, well, you don't cover anything I watch. You don't cover XPW CY7 in fucking Oklahoma, Nebraska, and shit like that." It's like, no, my dude, because no one's tuning into that outside of people who live there, respectfully. But at the same time, some of the stuff like MLW, 100%, I'd love to watch Jacob Fatu and Alex Hammerstone on the regular and everything with that. But and Enzo, what have you. But they make it so hard to try and find it. That's why for the longest time, Impact was a little bit on the back burner. Rampage even at times gets put on the back burner, moved around. Of some of the shit is just so hard to come by and find at times.
Man. So we got what? Like a handful of minutes left. What's left?
I thought AEW was the professional wrestling company. No, it's the Cirque du Soleil of professional wrestling.
No, but Cirque du Soleil has a plot, a theme, and a story.
Reggie! That's the only thing I can think of once we said AEW is having is a traveling indie show. This, oh my God. Everyone right now, don't let CJ hear this, but I'm going to agree with this man. He, from the longest time, initially said how AEW was a super indie. 100%. And I don't want to acknowledge the man being right, but God damn, we had the hope, and he was right all along. God damn it.
he said it for a while, right? I mean, I vividly remember, and I actually went through the archives of, moments where you two in particular kind of butted heads on that. Like, he's the super Indian. You're like, no, it's not.
That's a
You're like, so, but yeah, I mean,
I even mentioned it last night about how it was almost the argument that broke the channel is me and him are arguing over NXT UK.
It was my favorite shit ever. It was somehow
just fuck you, no, fuck you, no, fuck you.
Right? Blair Davenport became like the Yoko Ono.
Suddenly she's the most over wrestler in professional wrestling. But Victor, again, thank you very much.
Yeah,
again, we do have the super chat, the super stickers. If you want to help support the little engine that could, the channel that,
it's our birthday.
We're still moving like a goddamn freight train where we're still just barely a year old right now. But which Revolution match are you most interested in seeing in the trios match for me?
For me, it's got to be the Iron Man match because I want to see if they can do it. I want to see if MJF can deliver a 60-minute banger.
I think they can, and I'm most interested for it because
I think they can.
I think in ring that's still going to be probably the best match because Darby versus MJF still a classic to me. The MJF has very underrated matches. It's because his promo work and his mic skills outweigh it so much as we've got Popcorn Man moving by, and Renee out here looking like Tori from the fucking DX era here.
So those are obvious. Okay, so the main event, obviously people want to see it. The trios match, I always see it's this love-hate thing with like the trios bullshit because I know it's going to be a gong show. Like I know it's going to be but it's going to be entertaining. Like, we're going to go through some tables. We're going to jump off a whole bunch of shit. We're going to botch a bunch. So, I mean, I'm not thrilled about it. I'm not invested in it, but I'll tune in for that accident.
The best.
Anything else on the card jump out to you? I mean, Wardlow and Joe, but they kind of fucked up the booking on that story.
A little bit. Well, that's why it was interesting even with tonight. Hobbs won, and now we're going to get is he going to challenge Hobbs or is he going to challenge Wardlow or is he going to challenge Joe? Like,
I didn't even know they got the option.
The tag title match after the Battle Royal, the Jericho versus Starks,
why is that happening? Why? I'm confused.
Jamie Hayter versus Soraya versus Ruby Soho outside of those two matches. Well, honestly, no, correction. As much as we bagged out of the paper mache forehead and
come on,
Logan Paul hits buckshot lariat better than him. That's got to be the only other good match on the show. You rule out MJF versus Danielson in the trios match. There's nothing else that really draws your attention besides that.
So Danielson is just going ham right now, by the way, folks. And I know we're rambling, but MJF and I mean, this is how you send us home. I'm okay with this.
But has it not been, and I'm saying this
lukewarm, buddy,
obviously an MJF fan, all of that, is it not something that it's been a wrong build?
Room temperature hot dog water.
Yeah.
Like it hasn't been anything desirable. Like it's just, again, because you get it so confused. And like if you were tuning in for the first time, you'd be like, so is that Take a Shitta guy fighting the champ at the pay-per-view? No. The guy with the man bun. Oh, so then why are these like, you know what I mean? Like you kind of you step in your own feet trying to tell a story. It doesn't work. Yes, very good.
Well, and then we even got, what does MJF have on his lip? How'd Rio win? Does MJF have heroes tonight? What you see on his I'm not going to touch on that one. If this is what we got to an extent initially even, and we had MJF of, I don't need you, Danielson. You need me to be there. That's why you're going to go through all of these people.
Oh, sorry.
Stop touching buttons.
Oh my God.
And he played it off of he's Ric Flair, the limousine riding, jet flying of this man's got, more money than God, especially because he signed the new deal with AEW, what have you. And went that way with it versus he gets so emotional and so angry and he's screaming and he's yelling and I've got a personal story for everything that relates to it.
Yeah, and
somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Like,
and some
so
fucking
much.
dramatic teenage fucking love story to like that. I don't think MJF realizes if you're continually talking about your high school loves and your teenage drama, well, that means you're pretty young, which you are, but you're the champ. You need to kind of focus on your competitor. You don't have to keep reminding everybody a few years ago you were going to prom.
What the? That's seriously how we end the fucking show?
Yeah.
MJF didn't say a goddamn word. Like, oh, that's somebody asked earlier if this was exposing MJF's weaknesses versus like bad booking and all of that. And at this point right now, I almost don't know if I can say yay or nay.
For what?
If this is a weakness of MJF or if this is more, to me, this might be more of him feeling the pressure of you're carrying the company at this point.
I don't know if it's feeling the pressure. I think for everything, like if we look throughout, I mean, I think a good example is like a good complete fucking, exaggeration would be like a Hulk Hogan. He was never anything that, nobody ranks Hogan in the top, I don't know, 40 actual in-ring competitors in history. Like he's fucking in the 100 somewhere. Like no one ever praised him for his in-ring work because he had only a handful of moves. We know what it was. However, if you book him in such a way and you tell a story in such a way, it doesn't matter, right? We talked about the Austin stomps that, they look like shit, but we didn't give a fuck. He was kicking the shit out of that guy. It was amazing. Right. That's what this is like he's on that pedestal, but you need the guy directing the boat has to put him in positions to shine.
Absolutely, 100%.
Right? You got to put your batter up to plate. Let him swing. Swing, Jordy.
Swing for the fences.
Right.
Brian Danielson said the F word. JV, that was me, Nick. Well, fair enough. Keyshawn saying, I missed the Knicks game for this. Well, I know growing up, at least the Knicks were not worth a damn. But at this point,
the Knicks any
worth more than AEW. I mean, the XFL's at least doing AEW numbers. I can tell you that.
That's funny, right? And listen, man, and we were talking about like even you talk about Rampage and then you talk about a promotion like WoW and you go, those numbers aren't that far off anymore. You're like, that's crazy thought.
Right. Well, sounds like a normal birthday to me. Unbroken, fair enough.
There you go. It was a good birthday.
It was a good birthday for us.
Terrible fucking show.
3.5 out of 10. So yes, folks, we do take a rating for all of the shows, even, on our birthday, even for an AEW Dynamite that was lackluster, for a go-home show, for a pay-per-view. Hogan had a few moves, but was still able to create a compelling story and match. Nobody does that now. Hogan is the innovator, essentially, of the 5 moves of doom.
Yeah. But you lock in your handful of moves and you get to be John Cena. There you go. Life's good.
Interesting. I got Power Slap on now. But anyways.
Power Slap. I turned the TV off before it came on. I can't watch it. It makes my head hurt.
I think we're down to, I think, towards the finals here. We've got Wolverine versus Darius, the something or whatever. We're getting down to the Ultimate Fighter here with McGregor versus Chandler. But
right. The irony of I battled my technology all night. Power Slap, crystal clear. Fuck my life. Stream, 10 out of 10. Damien, I appreciate you.
Why? 2 out of 10 from Curtis. He even gives it a thumbs down.
Rating 5 candles out of 10.
Knicks are the 5th seed. Fair enough. I mean, I can't tell.
This show definitely blew out some candles.
Their ass right now. So,
what was that?
Oh, where was it? He's talking about the Knicks are the 5th seed, and I said I can't say shit because I'm a LeBron fan, and the Lakers right now are ass. That's what I was trying to say.
Well, guess what team I cheer for?
The Raptors.
The Rafters.
Raptors. Clever.
No. Man. They're fun, though. Power Slap will be live on Rumble starting March 11th.
Wait,
what's
what
Rumble?
The fuck?
Tony.
On Rumble,
God.
have we gotten to the point that people are so integrated when normally when we air shows that's how they refer to them as days of the week? Oh, Rumble is
Right?
Thursday. Like, that's where I was like, what?
Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes versus Swerve and his partner.
Did you see Keith Lee last week?
Yeah.
Looking like
You mean Keith Huxtable?
Guy.
You mean Keith Huxtable?
I could say so. He looks like
No, you can't.
Yeah, no.
1K out of 10. I don't know. Oh, Stream got 1K out of 10. I appreciate that. I should have read the whole thing.
32 degrees out of 10 is my rating. Rating 5 candles out of 10 cakes. Fair enough.
Listen, I almost have to take another point off, because if Tony was true to his fans, he could have given us a really good show to call on this celebratory Wednesday night.
We gave them a good show. They did not give us a good show,
and we battled.
Right. Well, it sounded like a family reunion to me.
Right.
Sometimes it is, my guy.
Absolutely. I mean, my rating, I think I'm going to go.
Okay.
Okay. We see you, Justin.
Right. No. 1 out of 10 for AEW. Giant FU out of 10. 1 out of 10. Again, stream 1K. The Vancouver. Oh, you cheer for the Vancouver Grizzlies. That's what it is. You're a big
bring back the Grizz, man. Bring back the Grizz.
You do. You have them in Memphis. You can cheer for John Moran.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a jaunt.
A little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump there.
Then again, so is Vancouver. So what am I saying? Keith Lee leaning into the jokes from last year about him being an old soul. Hey, man, go for it. Just
need some Just for Men or some shit. Some Rogaine will fix that fucking shit.
No, fuck that shit. I'm going au natural, man.
No, we need to still throw this out there if we want, a Keeps sponsorship or a Just for Men sponsorship or anything like that, and we can't be out here.
Listen,
go gray.
Listen, it is what it is. I mean, Keeps. Well, I'm not in their clientele at this point in my life, and
you got to keep this though.
I'm keeping it. It's my trademark.
I'm helping you.
TK knew it was your 1-year stream, so he booked. Yeah, there you go. Son of a bitch.
Booked the show we would just bitch and yell at the whole time.
Yeah, you know how much fun that is. Listen, I mean, we say it all the time, and I mean, for newer people, maybe it's a little more wait and see, but we really do try and approach this from the fan point of view, and it's not like we just show up on Mondays and Fridays with like banners and signs, and we're beating the WWE drum. I mean, I would love to see here and go, fuck, Tony gave us a 9 out of 10 go home show. I can't wait for Revolution.
We've had moments though to where Dynamite, I believe, has been almost even the show of the week. Or granted, I know for the longest time starting on here and everything, it was far and away the favorite, the top show going, and then the wrestling landscape changed and Tony did not adjust with it. It's one of those of the only people to me that view it as impartial are the ones who are partial themselves. To me, this is literally just we're calling professional wrestling as we see it, and we're here live more than any other channel out there. And I challenge you to show me someone who's live on us. But 100%. So we see the whole scope of professional wrestling, and sometimes you just have to call a fucking spade a spade and not just be a mark.
It is what it is. I mean, I'm all for, I just want it to be good. 10 out of 10 for Dynamite and the stream. Listen, I'll ignore the first part because you said the second part. So nothing but love, Chris.
Oh, stanky leg. Rodriguez goes down.
Wobble.
Dog shit slapped out of him. Sorry.
10 out of 10. Thank you, Victor. One of our early day OG supporters. So
been here for a hot minute.
What's that?
I was just saying, been here for a hot minute. I think man's got all the OG merch and still was probably ordering the current day merch. So
right. thinking OC and Danhausen winning the tag titles. I mean, you called it already that's going to happen. You called. Well, I will remind you on Sunday. I'll look at you and say you put this on us,
please.
right? Bro,
What world do we live in that Sister Me Daddy Ass is the favorite team going into winning a major company's tag team titles in 2023? Where the fuck did we go from professional wrestling?
I have no
We
idea.
had Edge and Christian, we had the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, we've had FTR, we had the Briscoes, we've had all of this, and the Acclaim's the top team.
Yeah, listen, but we had so much. There was so much there. The Lucha Bros and even the Best Friends can go in the ring, as much as I don't like the gimmicky shit from them. And I think Trent should leave them and be a heel. But there is that talent is there. It's like sitting watching the kid. Like, you want to help the kid. Like, when you're young, you want to help the guy out. Like, you're not playing
help me to help you. Properly. Help me to help you.
Yeah, like you're like, no, you're doing it wrong, but they don't listen and they just keep smashing shit. You're like, all right.
Right.
That's what this is. And it's just, the problem is everyone keeps just telling them, you're great, Tony. Great job, Tony. We love you, Tony.
Echo chamber.
Yeah, I know it's really bad. But I will say this quickly before, because I know it's getting late and I know people are starting to dip out. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to everybody. 365 days. Yeah, I mean, it was a crazy idea to just do what we did. And at the time that this channel became alive, I told the person that kind of caused it all that we weren't going to look back and we weren't going to be outworked. And for 365 days so far,
Suck
Nick,
my fucking dick. Sorry. Go ahead.
What? Anyway, yeah, no. But I
had to take a shot when I had a shot.
I have no idea. Anyway,
Improv.
Jumped on it. So yeah, what I was trying to say, is that sincerely from the bottom of my heart, anybody who tunes into this, people have spent money on this channel. They've given graciously. They've bought merch. And if anything else, the most valuable thing you have is to give this time. And I'm a true proponent of positive vibes, and everything happens for a reason. I'm truly blessed to have come across the people I've come across. I'm nothing but appreciative to Chris and LJ and the rest of them. Pause.
No, I don't hold grudges, Chris. I was trying to say something towards somebody else before even this channel kicked off, but I came out of sideways with that, so I apologize.
So huge shout out to everybody for supporting this channel, for being a part of this channel, for making it what it is. I mean, I've watched the evolution of it, and it was fun putting together the little package, because you see how far we've come and as far as we're going to go. Folks, we take great pride in bringing you guys the alternative commentary to all your wrestling, to all your fun, to all of this craziness that is the busiest live stream out there. Like I said, we did over 500 in 365 days. I got nothing but love. CJ, big shout out. Cliff, big shout out. Like I said, Chris, Ali, all the people that made this happen. But to you, the people that tune in, you that spread the words and retweet and all that stuff, we are humbled and thank you. We can't wait to bring you 365 more of this nonsense that we call Wrasslin for Life Network. And we are back tomorrow. We got Ring of Honor. We got Impact. We got The Week. Then we got Doubleheader Friday. We got Doubleheader Saturday as well with GCW and Wrestling Revolver. Sunday, we got Revolution. Hopefully it's not a marathon. It is a party that we can all enjoy. Beyond that, folks, what a year it's been. Nick, how you feeling?
I don't know if after that, if I'm allowed to go on my whole, spiel and everything. But no, 100% of thank you 100% to everybody that's tuned in. That's everybody that's liked the video. That's been a chatter with us from other channels to Christ to KJ and Chris and Ali and LJ and Will and everything that initially let me even hop on here and all of that. And I'm already going to trigger. If I haven't already triggered KJ wanting to strangle me off this fucking stream. But with I'm going to say I right there, but no, 100% to anybody and everybody. This is felt so much like a goddamn family to see that literally people not only want to tune in to hear us talk wrestling and everything and want to tune in consistently, nonstop of this is very much that Sami Zayn in Montreal, I guess, type feel. I say this as an American. But just as much as at times stuff might be a little kayfabe stuff might, you know, just kind of push some things just to push some things as much as through anything and everything. And yes, I know I'm getting fucking long-winded on this. Like send a home package and all that.
Right?
Right. Yeah, well, trust me, if there's one thing
that's
being fucking sentimental and emotional.
Right? No, it's nothing but love, folks. We love it. We're going to keep bringing you all the content, and we don't care if it's 2 shows, 3 shows, 4 shows in the same day, same night. We're heading to WrestleMania, and we can't wait to blow it up. Tonight's AEW fucking sucked. Excuse my French. But, yeah, no, it sucked. But, as we've said for 365 days, the wrestling might suck. We never do. And that's all I got. Nick, close it out, man.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you better put that forward life with it. Now give us our theme music.
See you on the flip side, folks. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Wednesday night, and this might feel like a little bit of a different Wednesday night, but the fam is all here.
Oh, we got a nice. Oh, come on.
Party. We're also ready for Raw with 2 W's.
Oh, we got Nick in the chat. LJ, the queen of wrestling for life. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to choose Grayson Waller for this.
You didn't even let me finish the goddamn match.
Oh, I'll give a hell. Whoever else is in there.
Well, the only other person is Nathan Frazier. In a ladder match for the NXT North American Championship.
Von Wagner's too big to even climb up that shit. So we can cut the shit with him. Wesley is a fucking nobody. Cut the shit with him. Nathan Frazier has too much oxygen. He's probably going to get screwed from Razor Wing. So cut the shit.
Choom, choom. That's what's happening.
AEW. What the hell does that? What? Wait, what? Oh, brother. I was like, I was so close up.
Ross backstage. Accusations. I love that we did that.
On live stream.
What?
Follow along, live react, whatever you want to freaking call them. We are the ones that are on the grind. We cover more wrestling than anybody else out there, and we do it with a smile on our face. But that all being said, who are we? Well, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, the man that just will not go home. And I am joined by my buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life proudly brings to you its YouTube Tag Team Champions of the World, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, we're still trapped overseas in Canada here.
Pretty good Raw. I liked it.
You said that's pretty good Raw. That's crazy.
Now I'm to the point too. Do I go slightly lower than you, or do I stay on par with you? Because very much a 7.5 is where I'm at. If I don't go, pause, fuck off. I ain't going no 8.5 with this. It started off really well.
Right here has become the official cut the shit moment for me up today.
We are your alternative
Why?
wrestling coverage.
Why?
We will give you updates. We got
Why?
news coming. We got websites
Why?
coming. We got merch
Why?
coming. We got so
Why?
much shit coming your
Why?
way. We
Why?
can't wait for 2023.
Why?
We will be live on Monday. We are
Why?
not stopping, folks. Thank you.
Why?
We warned everybody from the basement to the penthouse
Why?
and beyond. We're
Why?
beyond, and we are
Why?
not stopping. We are grateful. We are humble. And Big Nick, watch.
What? Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you better put that for life with it. Now, give me my theme music.
We will see you on the flip side, folks.